Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Jivas. For those who don't know me well, I'm from Portugal and I play competitive CR. And today I'm bringing you my 20 win challenge on my mini account where I play the Three Musketeers, and I will go over some replays to give you some tips. And yeah, let's go. So the first one was my last game, the 20th win, and it was against Balloon Cycle. this this particularly deck isn't like a free win because he has Bomb Tower and Goblins, so he can defend pretty well. But I think it's still my matchup. And in general, you do the tips I will give you against Balloon. So here he cycled as miner, and I'm thinking still, what can he be playing? Then he played Ice Golem, and I knew it was Loon. When he plays Ice Golem and Miner, you can 3M in the back safely, because if he plays a balloon, it's only maybe one hit, and then you have a massive counter push. So he gave me the 3Ms almost for free. So and you always split pigs against this deck to I don't know, make double line pressure, because it's really hard to defend it. I played the Eel Spirit super in the back because I thought he would play the Barbarel on the two Musketeers. So yeah, like, despite I didn't get much damage, it was still nice because we're pretty much on same elixir. Here I played the Bandit on the back because I knew he would miner balloon and miner on my hunter. Here the hunter should have been one tile lower, so that wouldn't hit, but I knew he overcommitted. So yeah, I just like went all in, as you can see, and I'm gonna get so much damage. That was just because he was a bit greedy, thinking, oh, he doesn't have 3M in cycle, I can just predict his hunter, and he missed the snowball, so I get almost tower. So yeah, that's how you play it. So you need to know how to 3M. Here I 3M'd a bit higher because he had miner in cycle, and yeah, you 3MI so he doesn't do miner loon at the exact same time and you get unlucky. Uh, um, and then I played the hunter, but the hunter wasn't needed. I think he will still try to defend both towers because it's not over since I don't have a spell. So in this situation where he has everything in cycle, you just 3M right here, or a bit like one tile lower. You just do this over and over, and you double in pressure, and there will be a time where he can't do anything, and you will just win the game by always pressuring like this. So the key things against balloon is double line pressure and knowing how to 3M. And when they play minor loon and you have hunter in cycle, you need to always predict the minor on your hunter, like every time. Even if he doesn't play on the hunter, you need to predict it, because if he does, he's gonna kill your hunter. um my only mistake this match uh, was the hunter was a bit high, and he got one hit with the balloon on the tower because of that. So yeah, uh, I hope you like these tips against balloon. Okay, now let's go against Sea Golem. This Sea Golem doesn't have a big spell, so it's really easy to play against. Uh, let's see what he does. I don't remember this game, but generally when he doesn't have a big spell against, and you're facing Eagleum, I mean, you just need to be careful with his Nado bar barrel, because if he Nados and bar barrels your 3M, he can kill you. He can kill the 3M really fast. So that's probably the only thing he can do to win. So here I'm cycling troops because I don't know what he's playing. Then I think, oh, I saw the healer and I knew it was E Golem. I played 3M because he probably doesn't have a spell, and his healer was really bad. Mm, so yeah, here I might go Hoggies split because Hoggies split is the best play when you have two M's on the field. Here I predicted the Barbell wasn't the best bandit. I should have played the bandit on the other lane and could have gotten much more damage. Here I will do a couple of misplays. I tried to activate the king. I played the ghost too early, and then I was dumb and played the ice golem, but it target the ice golem in the tower, the ghost in the tower. So that's two really bad mistakes. Didn't cost me the game, but when I was in game, I was like, okay, I'm not playing really well, so I don't know. I need to focus because if I activated the king, I would probably win 100% without a doubt. But yeah, it's okay. It's still okay. Here I 2M the Barbot because he doesn't have a spell. When they have a spell, you need to play 2M to the other side of the Barbot so they don't play the spell. Here I protect my M's with the Ill Spirit. One of them died, but it was okay. Here I played another Hunter and I will 3M high because he doesn't have NATO. Yep. The E-Drag was really good from him. Got a lot of damage just because of that E-Drag. Here I go all in same lane because he didn't have Barbarrel in cycle. I played the Ill Spirit too early because he didn't have Barbarrel in cycle, like I said. And the Musk is locked on the tower. Look at the Musk. So as you can see, I made so many mistakes and I still managed to win. Here I know I can't defend. It will just go all in, so I just need to defend my 3M. If I defend my 3M, they will kill everything, and I will have good pressure on the field. So they kill everything. I 3M again, so I have 6 musketeers on the field right now, and you need to double lane every time so the opponent doesn't know what to do. He played a defensive E-Golem, and that's probably GG because he's gonna give me a lot of elixir. So yeah. So against E-Golem, what you need to know is get a lot of value from your 3M, know how to double lane, try to predict the barbell and get a Nil Spirit on the 2M sometimes, and they will heal up and you will have a lot of pressure on that side. And if not, you can also pressure on the one musketeer side and win off of that. Yeah, they take the tower, the 2M. It wasn't the best game, but I still won, as you can see. Just so it shows like the power against Eagle. uh, Now I will show you a replay against Logbait. I'm showing good matchups, so you never lose against these matchups, and then I will show you some tough matchups. This one is Logbait, the Logbait double barrel. Against against this deck, you have Hunter to defend the barrels. Here I didn't have Barb barrel, so I defended it with Hunter, and you also have the Barb to defend the Golem barrel. Here I played pigs to cycle to a Barb. You can split pigs because he doesn't have a big spell, so it will get a bit more value. And on this matchup, you need to play the Hunter most of the time on the Skelly barrel and the Bar barrel on the Golem barrel. But my cycle started really badly, so I still need to fix my cycle, and I took some damage. Now my cycle is fixed. And when he doesn't have uh, the both barrels in cycle, you can trim him on the back. For example, here I knew I was up elixir because he pressured a lot because I didn't have most of my things in cycle. He only has golden barrel in cycle, so I can safely 3M in the back, I think, and I did. I played 2M to the other side. I don't think it matters, to be honest, because it doesn't have a big spell. So yeah, here I will split pigs because again, good play. It's a good play. He will always play the delivery on my 2M. The musk locks on the tower. He made a misplay there. So yeah, got a lot of damage by just splitting 3Ms, splitting pigs. Like I didn't want to get damage, I still got, so that's how you play the deck. Just make constant pressure. Here I played Deal Spirit because I knew he only had the Skellies in cycle, and I got a connection. And I think that's tower, yeah. Bad Goblin Dart by him. I think it was tower anyways because I played the bandit knowing it was super low because he Skelly logged. So yeah, here I 3M because I knew I was up elixir. He will get a couple of damage. Look, if you if you 3 musketeers when he has both barrels in cycle, that's a decent amount of damage. But since I was winning, it doesn't really matter. But imagine if the game was tight, that would have been good for him. Here he plays. I don't know if that was really good by him, that delivery. Now I need to be careful because I got a lot of damage, but look at the counter push, it's massive. I eat a bit of damage because I attack too much. As you can see, if you attack, if you if you overcommit a bit, because I played pigs, ghost in the pocket, you will receive a lot of damage. But the game was pretty good for me in that situation, so it was okay to overcommit, and then I win the game just because of that play where he was super low. Now against Graveyard. Graveyard is probably the most annoying matchup. It's I don't I don't know if it's a hard counter, but it's really annoying, and you need to play it super well, knowing when to attack and stuff. Because he has double small spell and he has poison. And here you need to play the Barbats, the 3 musketeers differently. Here I didn't know what to do. I played bandit on the other side. I think I will shortly know. Yeah, here I know it's graveyard because he had musk, and that this graveyard. I don't know about this graveyard. I think if he gets damage, it's probably decent. Yeah, he got a lot of damage. So that was a good graveyard by him. That's that's why this matchup is hard, because you don't have much to defend the graveyards. Here I might play pigs because I knew he was down elixir. Oh, I play a bandit. Good bandit. Unfortunately, the knight didn't die straight away, but here he wasted his delivery, so I went Royal Hogs. Got a lot of damage. Not as much as him, but yeah. So I started really badly because he played the graveyard really early, and I didn't have Hunter in cycle. If I had Hunter in cycle, I would have played the Hunter on the dragons and then defended the graveyard with Barb and Ghost. Here he plays the Barb, but now this is what I want to do. 2M to the opposite lane because he's gonna poison now, and the musketeers are gonna be one shot. In this matchup, you need to sometimes play Royal Oak split, but in that instance, they died because of the barbs, so they were on the poison 1 second longer and they died. So I'm cycling opposite lane, so he can't get value from his bar, but here I'm just cycling. Here I play a hunter. You always play the hunter here against graveyard, by the way, because it splashes the skeletons. Here I got a really good defense. I think I didn't need any skelly damage. Here I 3 MI because he played the Barbot high, and he had 4 poison, but it would be a weird poison, and this is how you win the matchup. You sometimes you need to do this type of three musketeer, like 3 musketeers really high, because he will be because he doesn't know if he has to poison or not, but but he has to poison, of course, because that's how you kill the 3 musketeers. But it's such a bad poison because you need to poison like the ground and not hit anything besides the 3 musketeers, and that's why it's a really good play because Some people don't poison, and if they don't poison, they're gonna get value for sure. And just because of those 3M, I got a lot of damage on the right side, and now my cycle it's pretty good against his. Look, now I'm just pressuring like constantly, constantly, constantly because his cycle isn't the best. Here, it gets to 10 HP, and I was like, fuck, it's 10 HP. I still need to do one attack. So here I will do the same defense. Same defense. You always do this defense. You always need to do this defense. This is why this matchup is hard, because if he has the skeleton dragons tanking, you need the hunter for the graveyard and for the skelly dragons, and it's super annoying. Here I knew he wasted poison, so I have to 3M. I'm gonna 3M two to the side, yeah, to the side of the graveyard because he doesn't have poison. They will get a lot of value because he wants to attack, and then I will pressure Royal Hogs probably at the same time because the two musketeers will kill the troops and will hit the graveyard, and that's all on. So let me just recap this matchup. At the beginning, I took a lot of damage because it's hard to defend dragons and graveyard. You always defend the graveyard if you can with Hunter and Ghost. It will get no hits, but if he plays dragons, you need to play Hunter on the dragons and do Bar Barrel Ghost on the graveyard. And you need to always cycle 2M to the other lane. Uh, and if you can make him do a mistake, because your only mistake was not poisoning that high 3M because he played the Barbot and it was really high. My musketeers killed the Barbot because he didn't poison. They killed the Barbot, they killed like a musketeer, and they got even more value, and because of that I got a lot of damage. And just because of those 3M I got a lot of elixir, and I had an elixir advantage the rest of the game, and I was winning. So you had to uh, be super aggressive, and that's how you win. That's how you win. You need to make him do bad plays. Yeah, I hope you understand it. It's a complicated matchup, and if they play well, it's really hard to beat. Yeah, with practice you can maybe win that a couple of times. I won it like 3 times in this challenge. I'm gonna show you a Sparky. I only have the Sparky because it was the only one I played, but it's this matchup is really hard as well. So he has Sparky and Barbarians and double win condition, and I only have a hunter to kill an RG and Hog Rider. So yeah, he played the Hog first play. I had to overcommit, and then he had to play a defensive RG. So here I pressured because I knew he would be a bit down, but he also would play barbs, but the barbs are gonna die, so it's okay. I play a ghost because I know he doesn't have anything good in cycle. He needs to play a weird musketeer, and yeah, I might play a bandit. I'm not sure. I don't think I play the bandit because if I play a bandit, it's a good play, but then he can, for example, Og Rider. Yeah, like you just saw, and then I didn't have anything for the Og Rider. But here, since I was 10 elixir, I cycled the bandit, and I went back to the enter, so it was a good play. Here he has to play weird Sparky, which is really good for me. And here I think I make a misplay, and my misplay was I was trying to kill the Sparky with the bandit dash. If you play it correctly, the Sparky misses the shot, and then the ghost to kill the rest of the Sparky, but it killed the ghost, so that was a mistake. Here he plays a bad Royal Giant, and my enter kills it, and he just wasted his barbs. He just wasted his barbs, so I'm going in for sure. Here he made a mistake not playing arrows, and yeah, just because of that, since he didn't play arrows, the Royal Hogs get a lot of damage. And now, like I said from the previous game, you're winning, so they need to do desperate plays, and against desperate plays, this deck is really good. I defend this with Hunter and Ghost, pretty nice. I might Royal Logs. Yeah, I Royal Logs instantly so he doesn't Sparky predict them. So I take the tower, and now I'm gonna 3M the Sparky. Since since he doesn't have a spell. Oh, okay. Since he doesn't have a spell, I 3M anyways, and I will defend my 3M to death. Yeah, the Sparky wasn't really alive, so in this game you didn't see it a lot, but when they Sparky the back, you play for example a bandit other lane, and then you need to play 3M same lane, all same lane, and then you need to defend them. For example, one Sparky gets one hit on an ice golem, then on a nil spirit and stuff, and they will constantly kill the troops supporting the Sparky, and you will eventually kill the Sparky. But in single elixir it's hard to do that. That's why it's a hard matchup, because sometimes you can't do that, like defend the three musketeer, and if the opponent is good, he might go on the other lane. For example, he plays a Sparky on the back and then he does mini pack a giant on the other lane. That might be tricky to defend, but yeah, if they go same lane, you know how to do it. Just 3M and defend your 3M. The last game is against Mega Knight. Uh, this is a pretty bad matchup, but he didn't play it well, so yeah, I won because of that. Let's see. I don't remember the game, so we're both playing passive. Yeah, my hand is really bad. Like I only cycling. I can only cycle a heal spirit with that hand. I split Royal Hogs because my hand was bad, and split Royal Hogs isn't a bad play. And he didn't play Mega Knight because of that, because it was split pigs. Here I 3M because I thought it was a lot of value, like killing everything, but I don't know if it was. I could have defended that with troops. So yeah, not the best, not the worst. I don't know. Here he misplaced his Mega Knight, and my Ghost gets a lot of damage. And he played a Mega Knight on a Ghost, so that's really good. I'm just gonna kite this and then activate King Tower. And against Mega Knight, that's super solid. You always need to try to activate King if you can. With King activated, it's a bit easier. I think here he will do a bad push. Look at this push he's about to make. I get a lot of elixir from this play. It was lucky. I was lucky too because I wanted to play pigs. He played 10 elixir and I defended that with 9, I think, and got counter push. So here I know he was down elixir because he played everything at the bridge, and here I play this because I knew he was down elixir, and look at his elixir right now. Yeah, I think I think that's tower. Oh, he plays he plays Royal Hogs. Don't think that was the best play from him. I defended them pretty easily. I think I lose a tower because I misplayed a bit. Here I 2M to the musketeer side because they will always win the fight against one musketeer, right? Here I will try to heal them. I played Ice Golem so the Mega Knight gets closer, and yeah, I defended them. But here I could have defended them a bit longer and not lose the tower, but I still look at the damage I'm still getting on the other line, so it's okay. I misplaced my bandit there. That was a mistake too. Yeah. I could have defended my tower and it would be 1-0 victory, but it's still okay. The game was pretty controlled. But against, for example, a really good player, that could have cost me, but it didn't. So yeah, against Mega Knight or Mega Knight with spell, you need to play really passive and try to see when you can, for example, put a bandit at the bridge when he's low elixir, or when he doesn't have anything for something, for a ghost or etc. Or if he wastes a bad Mega Knight, if he wastes a bad Mega Knight, then you can go in, or sometimes in double or triple elixir, you can play musketeers on the back against their musketeer, and then you will split Royal Hogs and heal them and get a lot of chip. Usually Mega Knight you win by damage if they're good players. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. Hope you learned a couple of stuff from my tips. And yeah, I hope to make more videos and hope you guys liked it and subscribe. Thanks. See ya.